Quit talking about me.
Okay,
Now.
week 3 of our rants. Marky, you go first.
Ooh, we're all backwards today.
Yep.
Well, we have Frankie the comic book dog with us yet again for the second week in a row.
Hi,
Sorry.
Frankie.
He enjoys comic book stores more than he does books, mostly, but, he can't read, so I read to him. Anyhow, he picked Legion of Superheroes as the crap of the week. Not that it's a really bad story. Mostly the complaint here is the fact that we just don't care about any of these characters. Can you name the characters in the Legion of Superheroes?
Brainiac 5. Starman.
Starman has yet to show up, I think, so he's not in it as of yet.
Uh, Superboy.
Not in it.
Um, some Green Lantern dude.
It wasn't in the second issue.
Uh, some chick that could go into your dreams.
I don't know what her name is, but yeah, she was in it.
Kung Fu Kid.
Not as far as I've seen
Some
in this
karate
series.
person kid. No, okay,
All right, so
I
that's the
don't know.
problem. I mean, seriously, you gotta give us somebody we care about. The one we know is Brainiac 5, but he's not the main character. The main character seems to be kind of a bad guy, I'm gonna say, and it's like Human Man or some shit like that. I don't remember, and I read the book like half an hour ago. That's how much we don't care. Again, Legion of Superheroes. I like the premises. We're in the future. There's some kind of thing going on with the Green Lantern thing where I guess the Human Man or Mankind, whatever his name is.
Is he a wrestler?
No, he's not a
Does he wear
wrestler.
like a
He has the ability to absorb abilities.
Black Alice?
He seems a little more badass than her though, because he seems to control his abilities better.
She sucks at
Um, but essentially, yes,
She
he's
needs to
Black
sex a
Alice,
lot.
and I guess he got a Green Lantern ring, but he is a bad guy. There's another bad guy. Her name's like some planet or some star girl. I don't know.
Star. Oh no.
She's on the cover,
Oh, I
and
know.
she absorbed Brainiac 5's memories or something. And it like knocked him out. She can control minds. She took out Ultra Boy or Man. I can't remember at this point.
So how many versions of Legion is there?
I don't know. Do you know? Because you
4,
better know
5?
since you asked me. I have no idea. It seems like a book that is based on a real good premises that can't make it. Her name is Star Queen. There you go. It's on the
Oh.
cover. It says so. Star Queen Strikes. I just feel like she's another rehash too. We already have Max Lord controlling heroes' minds and making them do bad things, and then she does it a week later. It just kind of seems lame. I mean, we're just rehashing the same shit over and over again. And you have future shit. Just have some technology guy go fucking crazy and have the Legion take him on. Who cares if we don't know who the Legion is? At least make a badass story. It's the future. Do whatever the fuck you want. Don't try to relate it to the common universe. I mean, that's bullshit, and I hate it. And it's really long and hard to read as well. I mean, it's twice. It just feels twice as long as a normal book. Probably not in pages, but the pages are just covered in words. And I'm not complaining about having to.
Words.
I'm not
no.
complaining about having to read, but I thought there was a rule on in comic books as to how many words you could put on a page. I might be wrong on that, but I mean, most of the books I can read in 5-10 minutes. This thing took me 15, and I think the first one took me 20, maybe 25 minutes.
So don't you think you're getting your money's worth then if you gotta like
No,
read?
no. If I want to read, I'm going to buy a novel like Harry Potter. That's a good novel. I'll read Harry Potter. Fuck this. Fuck it. I will read Ender's Game. Speaking of which is in comic book form now. That's pretty good. Thank you, Orson Scott Card, for not writing shit.
Yeah. So my rant is variant covers of comic books. They're
Can you tell my husband didn't read a comic book this week?
no, I didn't. I'm protesting my comic book store. There are variant covers everywhere. Like And I'm blaming Marvel, like eons ago with like X-Men, when they had like 8 different covers for the first X-Men comic and made like a full wraparound. I had to buy each every one of those goddamn comics. But now they're doing variants, 1 of 25, 1 of 10. My wife and I saw one on a website, Nanny and something, 1 of 50. There's only 50 of these comics. It's getting insane. And like for our hack slash, my wife and I buy hack slash. There's 2 different covers. One is of course always shitty, but then like cover B looks good. They do it for your GI Joe thing.
Hearts of Mine.
And we live in a smaller town.
Most of them do it though. It seems like, especially the smaller companies, the not Marvel or DC, have a cover A and B, and I think it's a way for them to get a little extra money without doing more books. They don't have, as many writers, so I think they're trying to just squeeze an extra buck here or there.
And I really wouldn't mind where if it was 50-50 A and B. What pisses me off is like the 1 in 25, 1 in 50s, stuff like that. As I was saying, we're in a smaller town.
1 in 10s, that pisses me off because what's the point?
Yeah, the town that we live in is smaller, so our comic book guy doesn't order like the 500 comics, so you could get a variant. So we're basically screwed. And then when he does, he jacks up the prices. Ooh, too high. And like on eBay,
Well, I've seen the price guides, and they're pretty close to the price guides on them. But
not for an issue 2 of a second printing.
You shouldn't have bought that, and I'm just gonna have to tell you, just don't buy second printings.
But like, there's a lot of times. What was it for your GI Joe one, Hearts of Mine? You went in and said, "Hey, do you have cover B?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't have to order enough comics to get it."
Well, let me tell you, I got my cover B. I'm not gonna tell you how, but he got it to me. There was a trick to it. Basically, I was a loyal customer, and he took care of me. So
Yeah, I spend more than you do, I think, and he screwed me up. Yeah, but
we
that's the
have
other
Frank.
thing. We got.
and the
Baby, we're
comic.
bringing Hades in.
Well, we need the comic book dog
That might
in
not have
every
helped
comic book
Yeah.
store because
He
boy,
just
do
shit in
they
there.
just open up when you bring in the comic book dog.
But he's the most interesting dog in the world.
Thank you, Dos Equis, for giving us endless amounts of quotes.
I saw Frankie the other day do a staring contest. He stood in front
Are
of
you
me.
done ranting?
No, variant covers. They blow chunks. Go back to like the old days where you just get 1 of 1. And if you do variant covers, make them 50-50. I think comics got screwed in the.
What if I like the variant covers?
I like them too, but make them 50-50.
And I'm not saying I like the art on them. I like the fact that it gives you a reason to buy a book as a collector because it's got value.
Right, because the market of Image and Marvel back in the 90s and DC when they killed Superman, everyone's thinking, oh, this is going to pay our college fund for our kids if we buy all these comics. And they saturated the thing, all the comics are saved and all that. So now they're have to making variants of like 1 of 25, 1 of 100, whatnot, so comics are actually worth value. You could go to a comic book store and buy 52, that
Right.
series, for less than the price of what would cost you to buy 52 if you were a collector back then.
Right.
Comics aren't worth anything now. Just download them. Just cancel your subscription, download them.
Yeah,
Well,
do
since
the
he
illegal
sounds like
thing.
he's done, and we have almost exactly 1 minute, I'm gonna try to bust out as many reviews here as I can.
Here he
I'm just gonna
goes.
reach in.
There he goes. He's reaching in.
Oh, we have Grim Fairy Tales 48. Decent book.
3 different covers.
A little bit of pricing on the covers. 47, same book. Great book. That one was
another
fun.
cover.
Let's go, girls.
Power Girl 13. We already know my review on that. It was pretty
How many
shitty.
covers of this?
1. The Batman Detective Comics 866. I actually managed to read that one. I enjoyed it thoroughly, so pick that one up.
How many different covers of that?
Just the one. Birds of Prey 1. I actually read that one. Good. Not great. Too many. Not enough guys in the book, actually. Inferno issue 1. That was a pretty good book.
More than one cover.
I enjoyed that one. Kind of a dark story.
2 different covers. My wife
Brightest Day Justice League Generations Lost 4. I'm just lost on Brightest Day altogether, so I'm gonna give it an F.
More than one cover.
Green Lantern Corps 49.